I want you to imagine a world where Thanos snaps his finger and every NFL player that has abilities completely disappears. Well, that's what happened in today's video because I retired every stinking last one of them. I'm talking superstars, X Factors, they just don't exist, okay? This is gonna give the next batch, the next tier, okay? I consider all these players S tier, A tier. The players still left in the league, okay, some of them might still be A tier, all right? But I'm saying the majority are B tier and below, at least in terms of Madden's eyes. That's what they think over there at the headquarters, because none of these guys have abilities. So they're getting slept on. We're gonna see what happens. Who's gonna become the best quarterback in the league, man? Burrow is the highest overall right now, but anything could happen, man. It's up for grabs. Psst, come here, come closer to your screen. Let me tell you a little secret. A secret about a hidden gem. A free hidden gem. Something that costs you nothing, but makes your entire life millions of times better. It also happens to be the greatest mobile game of all time. That is also available on PC, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid has got a ton of champions, over 600 now. All of those champions come from unique factions, each with their own history in the world of Teleria. Use my QR code or links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. And my favorite faction is the High Elves. The backstory is pretty awesome. Their homeland, Aravia, has been around for thousands of years, surviving the fall of the Lizardmen Empire, helped the humans form into civilizations, and defeated the orcs when they formed a huge horde and attacked the continent. But then things got twisted when Serath, the Lord of Darkness, convinced a bunch of elves to go evil and attack the kingdom. The Civil War nearly ended the elves, but Aravia survived, rebuilt, and now is stronger than ever. You love to see it. Probably my favorite part about this game is opening up shards and getting new champions. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the portal and then we can open up some shards. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and open this one. And out comes a Diabolus level 1, has 576 reviews. Let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Look at those high scores. 4.5, 4.4. The next shard we open up, we get a Slasher, which has just incredible attacking. By far one of the best I've seen. The last one we get is a Raider. This one's nice because it increases your ally speed and faction crypts by 13%. And there's a ton happening in Raid this month. They're bringing out 5 badass looking new champions that I cannot wait to get my hands on. They're overhauling the champion vault and they got a load of awesome smaller updates as well. On top of that, Raid's running a huge series of Summer Splash events for the whole month where you can get your hands on some incredible skins for everyone's favorite dwarf, Trunda. There's never been a better time to get started. New players, use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack worth almost $30, a free champion, Ana, and also this cool in-game loot. All of this treasure will be waiting for you here at the top right of the screen, but it's only available for the next 30 days and you have to be a new player. Now all these amazing rewards are only available if you click the links in the description box below. While you're in there, make sure to look for Lethal Weapon 25. If you're quick enough, you can join my clan. Once again, shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Best running back, there's only one guy in the 90s, Aaron Jones. Tyler Lockett's the highest overall wide receiver. I mean, AJ Brown's second in this experiment. Let's freaking go, we will take it. Hawkinson's now the best tight end in the league. That's crazy, man. You have Gesicki and Henry rounding out the top 3. Remember, we took away linemen that had abilities too. No more Trent Williams. No more elite offensive line for a lot of these teams that had guys with abilities. The Bucks lose Tristan Wirfs. D-Law's now the highest overall left and right end, Grady Jarrett. And 86, Trey Hendrickson is arguably the best at his position in this experiment. Michael Pierce right now, the highest overall D-Tack. Rashawn Gary, Roquan, and Josh Allen. There's only 3 guys in the 90s at the cornerback position. AJ Terrell, the young guy, could arguably be the best cornerback. Justin Simmons, 92 overall. How does he not have abilities? Amos, the highest overall strong safety. Now we got rid of Tucker, of course. So now Bucker's the best kicker. You already know you got to claim your team. Whatever team you root for, that's who you root for. And if you don't subscribe right now, your team's not even going to make the playoffs. Even without Devontae and Waller, the Raiders still get the 1 seed. The Jaguars being in the 2 seed is crazy for a number of reasons. First of all, it's because they're the Jaguars, you know. Bruh. But they don't even have Trevor Lawrence. They have Colin Kaepernick. So that's weird. The Broncos without Russell Wilson. Why do they always do well without Russell Wilson? Something's going on. Tua takes the Dolphins to the playoffs. The Chiefs made it with no Mahomes or Kelsey. The Bengals, and then the Patriots. Remember, Mac Jones is only star dev. The Jets with a nice record. Ravens without Lamar went above 500, but as you can see, a lot of teams struggle without the quarterback. Man, Bills went 5-12. Meanwhile, the Seahawks went 12-5. The exact opposite. Same with the Panthers. No McCaffrey. They were still going crazy. Baker, I think, only has star. So he was the quarterback of that ship, man. The Giants make it. Daniel Jones, okay, I see you. Look at Jalen taking the Eagles to the playoffs. The Packers without Rodgers. And then the Rams, remember, they still have Stafford. Okay, even though they they lost Cooper Kupp. They lost, you know, a couple guys on defense. 3 guys in the 90s to be specific, but you know, they still made it. The Bears 9-8. Yes, sir. Good for them. Justin Fields. Yes, sir. You love to see it. Oh, Cowboys were struggling without Zeke. That's the and Dak. Yeah, they lost their quarterback and running back. That's gonna happen. Vikings lost Jay Jettas, and then the Niners without Debo and Kittle is gonna be tough. You can just guarantee there's 2 things that are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and the Chiefs and the Bucks being in the top 2 when it comes to passing yards. Every single simulation is crazy. Jameis, Baker, and Burrow in the top 5. Look at Zach Wilson just outside. Hurts had himself a nice little ratio. I see 29-5. Look at Kaepernick throwing the most touchdowns. What's going on? Baker 37, second in the league, tied with Mac Jones. Henny, Fields round out the top 5. Matty Ice turning back the clock, looking like he did his MVP year. Oh my goodness, a lot of interceptions being thrown by these guys. Huntley, that's a solid season. I hope you at least had the most rushing yards by a quarterback. We're going to check that very soon. Kareem Hunt with the most yards on the season. Javonte, yes sir. Let's go, man. He top 3 in the league, in this league at least. I'm just saying, I'm going by what the stats say. All right, 16 touchdowns. That's top 3 in the league if you know, average it out. Jamal Williams was 17. Wow, what an animal. 17 for Carson, 19 for Robinson. Playoff Lenny was 17. Jones was doing his thing as well, okay? He was going crazy. Oh, damn, 5 fumbles. Who is that? That's embarrassing. Michael Carter, you gotta take care of the football, my guy. Russell Gage Jr. leading the league in receiving yards. Wow, happy for the guy. T. Higgins and Jarvis Juice Landry going crazy. Calvin Ridley, Devontae Smitty. Let's go, man. In the top 5 or 6 for receiving yards. T. Higgins, oh my god, that dude is insane. All right, he could be a #1 on a number of teams. Marvin Jones, I like to see it. Juju doing his thing. Van Jefferson, man, very young, very underrated stud. I'm telling you, fantasy sleeper right here. You heard it here first. Drop a like for that sleeper. I'm just going to drop little tidbits in future videos, so you know, pay attention. Romeo Okwara doing his thing, getting the most tackles for a loss. Tremaine Edmonds with the most tackles, though. Okay, I see you, my guy. He had a nice season, but D-Law was stupid. 23.5 sacks. Trey Hendrickson, top 3. Look at him and Robert Quinn. Very underrated dudes. These are guys with normal dev. 2 people with 6 interceptions. Byron Jones being one of them. Akilo Witherspoon, very underrated guy. Jalen won MVP. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go. Kaepernick was this close. Could you imagine? He won OPOY in the AFC and taking the Jaguars, bro. He would be a hero around the world. That's like taking the Kings to the freaking finals. Gregory wins DPOY in the AFC, NFC, and went to D-Law. He had himself a nasty season. That guy when healthy is disgusting. And then Hurts wins OPOY. Kaepernick's run ends in the wild card round against the Patriots. They lose 30-24. The Dolphins with Tua end up beating the Chiefs, and then Burrow and the Bengals take care of the Broncos. Javante's run stops in round 1, but the Panthers keep on winning. Look at Baker taking them to the divisional round. The Giants, the G-Men, gonna beat the Rams and Matthew Stafford. Wow. And then the Eagles keep on winning. Jalen Hurts, the MVP, beating the Packers, but they lose to the Seahawks. Drew Lock putting on a clinic. 3 touchdowns in this one. Chris Carson was doing his thing on the ground. You have Dwayne Eskridge stepping in, becoming the DK Metcalf of the Seahawks, man. You still had Lockett. The G-Men keep on winning. Who's the quarterback? Daniel Jones taking care of Baker and the Panthers, man. Wow. What a run for the Giants, okay? It's been a while since we've seen them go deep, but when they do get in the playoffs, most of the time in recent memory, they tend to go deep, man. Once they get in, anything could happen. But on the AFC side, the Raiders keep on winning. Derek Carr continues to get disrespect, man. He didn't have abilities, and this is what happens, all right? And then the Dolphins, Teddy needs to start getting respect on his name, man. He outplayed Burrow, and his team is headed to the AFC Championship game. This is crazy. When you take away the superstars, these Jags, you know, these just another guys, they are going out there and they're stepping up, making a name for themselves. Their stock is rising. One of the weirdest Final Fours I've seen in recent memory ends with one of the weirdest Super Bowls in recent memory, man. We have the Raiders and Derek Carr against Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks. Teddy still had a nice performance, man. He was doing his thing, but so was Josh Jacobs. 15 for 159, 3 touchdowns. The Raiders are riding the backs of the running game in this experiment, as are the Seahawks. Okay, you could say both them and the Giants. Look at those performances, man. Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, they did enough. They were game managers, but it was their run game. Dwayne Eskridge again. This dude Jude is going to be a problem, I'm guessing. If Madden has any indication, maybe another fantasy sleeper. I don't know. And so it begins. The Raiders, could they get a Super Bowl? Well, if they're going to do it, they got to start coming back. Drew Lock has them off to an early lead, 21-0 at one point. Derek Carr, you have a chance to make history. He still has Jacobs, okay? He still has some good talent around him. Remember, Hunter Renfrow, one of the best slot wide receivers in the league, doesn't have abilities. So you can see why the Raiders are still one of the best offenses in the league. But the Seahawks might be getting slept on the front seven, man. They might have some nice young talent. Okay, what about ऊCashapp? All right, Joel, Jordan Brooks. They still have some guys. Oh my God, look at the bull rush. Derek Carr, you need to make a play. You're down 2 possessions late in this one. It's 4 down territory at this point. Gotta get at least some yardage. There you go, Hunter Renfrow. No more Jamal Adams, but you still have Quandre Diggs. You have Sidney Jones. You have some young guys that can make plays in the secondary. 4th down and 11. He's going for it all. It's caught, but it's out of bounds. The Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl for the first time since Obama was president. And there you have it. That's what would happen if we retired every single player with abilities, man. The Seahawks would end up winning the Super Bowl. D. Eskridge would become a superstar. Okay, he would become, the run he had in the playoffs was insane. But that was only year number 1. What happens in year number 2? Subscribe so you get more videos like this, man. You don't want to miss it. In your sub box, hit that notification icon. In year number 2, Saquads would win the MVP. Kareem Hunt would be right behind him. Hurts almost went back to back, man. Look at the running backs. Who is this guy? Lucas Almodovar. I don't know who the hell. The Niners would win the Super Bowl. The Titans would get there and then lose in a terrible fashion. Who is Brandon McIntyre? Bro, what is this? Why only do 1 season?